Hello horror fans, Dr. Udru here, and today I'll be talking about Stephen King's Dollar Babies, not to be confused with Alice Cooper's more expensive Billion Dollar Babies. So what is a dollar baby? Well, back in the late 70s, after King had established himself as a writer, he began receiving requests from young filmmakers wanting to adapt his stories. In response, King created a policy whereby any student filmmaker wanting to adapt one of his short stories could do so for the nominal fee of $1. Conditionally, a copy of the film was to be sent to the author, who stored his collection on a shelf labeled Dollar Babies. Due to a clause in the contract, the films could not be screened commercially without King's permission. But lucky for us, the first three were granted the right via the VHS series Stephen King's Nightshift collection. First up in the collection is The Woman in the Room, based on a short story originally appearing in Nightshift, hence the title Nightshift Collection. In 1980, 20-year-old aspiring filmmaker Frank Darabont wrote King asking permission to adapt the tale. Given the green light, Darabont spent the next 3 years and $35,000 making his short, which was praised by King as clearly the best of the short films made for my stuff, and even considered for an Oscar nomination. But like Darabont's other adaptations of King's work, its sole purpose is to make you cry. The Woman in the Room opens with lawyer John Elliott frantically searching through a medicine cabinet. At a hospital, we find out that John's mother is dying from abdominal cancer, and despite having had a cordotomy, is still in great pain. Sometime later, John meets with an incarcerated Vietnam vet standing trial for murder. After hearing about the vet's old comrade, who also suffered from a botched cordotomy, John quizzes his client on the finer aspects of homicide.
Why is it? If a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic. Yet if he kills a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder.
That night, a dream sequence gives us the short's only moment of horror. At the end of his rope, John finally finds the courage to end his mother's misery and feeds her a bottle of pain pills he had pocketed from her cabinet. Damn it, Darabont, you're responsible for too many of my tears. Short number 2 is based on a story first published in the March 1973 issue of Cavalier. Was it the Boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
When Lester Billings' first 2 children both die of crib death 3 months apart, the police suspect him of murder. 2 weeks later, during a session with a psychiatrist, Billings describes how both children were deathly afraid of the Boogeyman.
Ah! Boogeyman! You nailed the window shut! I'll get the gun!
Before recanting the tale, Billings seems strangely unnerved by a closet in the psychiatrist's office. As he later explains, while investigating the children's protests, Billings would find their closet doors mysteriously open. Becoming more and more paranoid, Billings began questioning reality.
Maybe if you think of a thing long enough and you believe in it, maybe it becomes real. Maybe all the things we were afraid of as kids, the monsters like Frankenstein, Wolfman, or Mummy.
Asked to schedule another appointment with the receptionist, Billings finds no one there. When he returns to the office, he discovers the closet door ajar. Inside, the psychiatrist pulls off his skin to reveal,
who is it? Frankenstein? The Boogeyman?
Yep, it's the Boogeyman. Our third dollar baby, 1983's Disciples of the Crow, is an abbreviated adaptation of Children of the Corn, which was first published in the March 1977 issue of Penthouse. Beginning on October 4th, 1971, in Jonah, Oklahoma, a group of children brew a sacrifice for a so-called almighty power. That night, the kids pull a Lizzie Borden and murder their parents. We then jump to 1983, as emphasized by the aging of the cult's leader. Bickering couple Vicky and Bert run over a teenage boy while driving. On closer inspection, Bert discovers the real culprit was corn, which strangely isn't the last time King would weaponize a cob.
Slow down, Horace.
There's blood everywhere!
No vegetables, no dessert.
Looking for answers, the pair head to Jonah, ignoring the ominous road signs, scarecrows, and radio programming.
You didn't hear him say corn.
Corn?
After finding Jonah empty, the couple make their way to a nearby church. There, the two are attacked by an angry mob of kids, only narrowly escaping in their overheating car. The collection is rounded out with the 1983 Emmy Award-winning short, The Night Waiter, which is probably the best short of the bunch, and isn't based on a Stephen King story. Although the quality of the shorts found in the collection is sometimes questionable, they'll likely be of interest to hardcore King fans. Notably, The Woman in the Room provides insight on Frank Darabont's early directing talents, and Disciples of the Crow contrasts against the more fleshed-out adaptation of Children of the Corn from 1984. Or you could just watch The Night Waiter. Yeah, let's go with that. Thanks for watching my video on Stephen King's Dollar Babies in the Nightshift collection. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want to support my channel, feel free to check out my Patreon page.